Hey Diva Dolls, what's up? This is your girl Crystal Chanel, and today, as you can see by the title of the video, we are talking about how to win at YouTube. Now, I have gotten this question so many times in my YouTube career as far as how did I start? How do you decide on video topics? How do you get paid? How can you work with brands? All of those questions I am going to be answering and more. This is the first video of the series that I am starting on this channel. So if you want to know more about my tips and my tricks and recommendations, stay tuned. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to win at YouTube. Today is the first video in my series, but first, before we get started, can we just get into my look today? Like, your girl is wearing her natural hair right now. I have this beautiful bling on. Yes, get into it. So let me just talk about that really quick, because this is a part of how to start your YouTube. You got to have your brand identity. You already know my brand is all about being beautiful, bougie, big and curvy, just unapologetic, and finding deals and having really good quality, high price items mixed with low price items. That's what I am all about. I'm about my plus size boss chicks. Okay. So that's my brand identity. And because I like to look the part when I come on camera for you guys, I pay close attention to my hair, makeup, and wardrobe. So today I am partnering with Italo Jewelry. And if you are not familiar with Italo Jewelry, they are a manufacturing jewelry company, and they ship directly from China. So I wanted to bring that up really quick. There was a tad bit of a wait, but that's because they actually hand make your products. Y'all, get into the quality of these products. So just really quickly, when I went to the website, I was really skeptical at first, because I am not a person who normally buys jewelry that's not real. Honestly, I barely wear fine jewelry because I just don't. I like to switch my look up a lot. I don't like to spend a whole lot of money. So when I came across this website, I was very shocked how beautiful the jewelry is, how wonderful the reviews are, and how affordable the pieces are. So I was also skeptical, like, okay, girl, let me give it a try. I don't know if I'm going to order it and it's going to turn my finger green, or if it's going to look really cheap when I get it in person. But y'all, just the presentation alone, I'm going to show you guys how everything came packaged. The presentation alone was beautiful. This is something that I was blown away with. I think they did a really good job with their packaging. And with the holidays and with Christmas coming up, I'm thinking like, ooh, who else can I get this for? But I picked out this beautiful tennis necklace, and I also picked out these rings. Okay, so let me just go really quick and show you guys. Yes, let's just get into this necklace really quick. Y'all, I've always wanted a tennis necklace, and tennis necklaces and bracelets are so expensive. This one I found for like $110, I believe. And honestly, you can get a really good deal right now because of the Black Friday and holiday discounts. You can get up to 30% off. So don't you worry. I'm going to put the links to everything I'm showing you today down below, as well as the coupon code if I can find one for you dolls. But just get into this necklace. This necklace is so beautiful. It does not feel cheap. It does not feel flimsy. It has a nice weight to it. I think it gives a lot of class. Like, it doesn't take away from anything. You know, again, it's natural to be a little nervous as far as picking up jewelry online, especially when you are not sure how it's going to look. So I'm really happy to show you guys this video, because this necklace right here is a winner. I would actually buy more of these and gift them to my girlfriends, my sisters, maybe even my bridal party. Like, this is really well made, top quality jewelry. Okay. When I pulled everything out, I was just like, wow, everything has a nice weight to it. Sometimes when I have on jewelry that's not real, it's very light. This doesn't feel that way at all. So the way that this feels, these rings have a nice weight to it, as well as the necklace. So again, the necklace is beautiful. 10 out of 10, strongly recommended. I even like the clasp on the back. It's nice and secure, so I feel safe wearing this out and about. I absolutely love the ring, y'all. Like, the ring It's so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. I've been seeing this ring all over Instagram, this one too, and they charge so much more than this website. And these rings, they are quality, okay? So basically, Italo jewelry comes shipped directly from them making it in their factory straight to your door. That's how you get the discount prices. Sometimes when I order things from China, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I always think like, oh man, I'm gonna get the best price for it, but because I'm sacrificing the quality, like I'm almost expecting for what's sent to me to be like 5 stars or below out of 10. You know what I'm saying? But that was not the case at all. I was pleasantly surprised. These things feel good. They are weighty. They reflect so much light. Honestly, it's really hard to tell that these aren't actual diamonds. Like my diamond and this diamond put together is like a beautiful, beautiful look. Okay, so just get into the diamonds. Like, I'm so obsessed. So when it comes to the actual website, I want y'all to have a peace of mind because you can do a safe and secure checkout. They give you a 60-day return period. You even have a warranty. Okay, did you hear me? You guys have a 1-year warranty on your products that you purchase. So you really can purchase, spend a good amount of money, save a lot of money, and look fly, okay? Like, yeah, I am out here blinging. I'm really feeling this vibe. This goes with my overall aesthetic. I didn't have to spend a whole lot of money, and that's why I'm excited about it. So the positive things outweigh the negative thing. The only negative I could say again was the shipping was a little long, but again, it's coming directly from China, and they do offer you free shipping, so at least you don't have to pay for it. Definitely recommend Italo jewelry. Again, I'll put the links down below to all the things that I picked up, as well as coupon codes. And if y'all have shopped Italo jewelry before, can y'all leave a comment? Can you let everyone down below know what your personal experience was with it? Because I had a great one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video because I know that's why you guys are here. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 5 things that you can do right away and that you can start with right away to start your YouTube channel. I even have my handy dandy notebook here because your girl is on it, okay? And honestly, I have so much information, I cannot possibly put it in one video. So I do have a masterclass that I have available. The price is around 50 bucks, but before you judge, I'm telling you right now, it's giving you from A to Z, everything that I personally do, how I started my YouTube. It gives you tools, information. It's so worth it. And if you sign up for my email list, you get a freebie, which is going to tell you all the things you need to do, the 10 steps of your YouTube video. Get that for free. And I'm going to be, you know, sending out a special discount, you know, something like over 50%, maybe like 70% off, but only for next week because you know it's Black Friday. So boom, I put it out there. I'm gonna leave that right there, but let's get into it. So the 5 things that you can be doing right now, whether you want to start the YouTube or revamp your YouTube, is number 1, you need to have a why. I know it's like, what? A what? You need to have a why. You can't say you're making videos and you have this YouTube channel and you're going to have to dedicate so much of yourself if you don't have a cause or like a reason. And it can't be to make money, okay? And you say you're doing something just to make money, eventually that's going to sizzle out. Eventually it's not going to keep you going. It's not going to wake you up. It's not going to keep you excited. So I always tell everyone who come to me for help, my mentees that I've been working with, like I first and foremost always ask them why. So for me, the why that I started my YouTube channel was because there weren't a lot of women who looked like me who kind of gave that same vibe as me, as far as they like to wear tight clothes. They don't mind showing their stretch marks in their stomach. They don't care about the cellulite and the fat. I need to know, where did those ladies shop at? I need to know, how did they do their hair? Who did their makeup? Where did you get it from? Like, my why was to become a resource for women. I want people to never feel negative about extra weight that they may be carrying. That's my why. I want you to know that no matter the size, for those who have been rocking with me, I have been doing this as far as in a plus size community for well over like 13 years now. And I am just nothing has changed. That has always been my why. I've always wanted to be a resource. That is what kept me going. Even on the days I didn't want to do it, even on the days that I stopped, took a break, it always brought me back, because at the end of the day, I know what it feels like to not feel pretty or worthy or beautiful. And I don't want that ever again in my life, nor for other people. And I know that when I do try on haul videos for you dolls, or do my pep talks or anything like that, you leave inspired, you leave refreshed, you got it in your mind that, hey, I can do that. You know, like that's what my why is. So first and foremost, number one, first step into winning at YouTube is to have your why and to know your why. That kind of leads us into number two. Number two is brand identity. Okay, so when it comes to brand identity, this is something that I am super sure is what leads you into making lots of money on YouTube. It's your brand identity. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I don't mean just about the colors that you wear or the colors you choose for your channels. I'm not talking about the overall aesthetic. Like, that's important. You can definitely, those who want to advance their look and look very high-end professional, yes, go with aesthetic, that's fine. But when I'm talking about brand identity, I'm talking about kind of like your why. Like, who, okay, let me see how I can better, it's so much, y'all, and I'm trying to make this video short. So I cover this a lot in my masterclass, but just really high level right now, brand identity is who you want to watch your video. You're really not going to know who you want to watch your video until you know why you're creating a video. So that's why I said number two is kind of related to number one. But number two is, who do you want to watch your videos? What do you want them to walk away with? For example, me, I want y'all to leave inspired, motivated, knowing that you're a bad chick. I want y'all to have those feelings in you. So that's what I need, those people to watch me. I know what my viewers look like. A lot of you guys look like me. A lot of you guys are plus size, and a lot of you are women. I know that I have a lot of men that watch my channel. Not sure why. Tell your sisters or your aunties to tune in if you want to help me out. But the long story short is, I know that my brand, my channel's brand, is all about curvy confidence, body confidence, shopping, looking girly with hair, makeup, nails, jewelry. Shout out to Italo. Like, I know that when you guys come to this channel, like, you guys know I show up for you. I don't think there's been one time I came on camera not beat in my face, you know, like not having my makeup done, my hair done, having myself put together. That's my brand. I want y'all to know. What do y'all know me as? I am Chrissy the doll. Okay, I am a doll. That is my brand. So everything that you do with your YouTube channel needs to be clear to the brand identity that you want your channel to have. I hope that gives some clarity. I may have to circle back to that in another video, but you have questions? Leave them down below. I will answer them for you. Now, number three is actually getting started with YouTube. It's actually not hard to start a YouTube, okay? Like, all you need is a Gmail account. Once you open up that free email account, you come over to youtube.com. You go ahead and use that to sign in, and boom, you accept the terms and conditions, and you have a YouTube channel. So again, anyone can start a YouTube channel. That's all you need as far as creating it and opening it up. What you need as far as equipment, y'all, you're gonna think I'm just making this up, but I promise you I'm not, okay? I use what I have. In every step of my YouTube career, I use what I have. And there's been times where all I had was natural daylight for my lighting and my cell phone. Okay? Use what you have. You don't have to have a fancy camera right away. You don't have to have studio lights right away. You don't have to spend a lot of money on backdrops and things like that. You don't have to hire a photographer or videographer. Like, people make it so much harder than what it needs to be. I've made so much money on YouTube with videos I've recorded directly from my cell phone. It's not about really the equipment that you use. It's more or less about your editing, your SEO. It's about your storytelling. Like, there's so much more that goes into how you can win at YouTube, not your equipment. So I say all of that to say, for number three, to get started on YouTube and equipment that you actually need, all you need is your cell phone, natural daylight, and a story. I personally use my Final Cut Pro to edit, or an app on my cell phone called InShot. Okay, so those are the actual tools that I use. I started out with iMovie because that came free. I think there's an Adobe Premiere Pro that's available on Windows for free. There's so many different online editors too. Like, I am going to go in detail about this in a separate video, but as far as number 4, you don't have to have a lot to get started to actually make that video. Okay, so now that we got our YouTube started, you're probably wondering, okay, girl, well, what do I do? What videos do I make? How do I know what videos to make? What's in a video? All that good stuff. So this for sure is the meat and potatoes on your whole YouTube dinner plate, so to speak. You have to have content. Content is what sells. Content is king. Okay, so when you go back and you think about steps 1 and 2 of this list, you got to know who you want to watch your video, what you want to represent as, and you also have to know why you're doing this, right? So I tie all those things in together into my content. So I think about who I want to make videos for. I think about what that person may want to know, or what they need to know to not do certain things. Like, I try to think, it's a big brainstorm thing, and it's a big trial and error thing. And then after that, it's a big analytics thing. Okay, so when it comes to creating content, the first thing is just to focus on who you're talking to, who you want to watch your videos. The second thing is to kind of think of your YouTube as a search engine. We all know that Google's number 1 for internet research. Number 2 is YouTube. So people come to YouTube looking for solutions. Make your videos solutions to a problem of some kind that relate back into your brand identity. Make your YouTube some kind of resource, like to where people can come to find out information they want to know. Your content needs to stand out from the crowd when it comes to the thumbnail that you pick. Again, I can go over all of this. I'm going to do more details as far as separate videos. So if you have questions about this part of the process, leave them down below. I may incorporate that in my next video in the series. But when it comes to your content, it's really all about your research and serving your customer, your audience. Okay. So when it comes to if your video was a good idea, you'll know because people either watch it, like it, comment, resonate with you, find you on social media to tell you how cool your video was, or it's the opposite, or it's nothing. So once you start making your videos, you'll be able to go back in your analytics to see what worked and what didn't. So that's something that you can also do. Now, last but definitely not least, number 5 is how to get paid in YouTube. Y'all, getting paid in YouTube actually isn't really hard. And the reason I say that is because it's all about how you position yourself. It's about your content. And of course, it's about your viewers, okay, your audience. So there's a couple of ways to get paid on YouTube. Honestly, there's like 10 different ways that I have found you can get paid, all because of winning at YouTube, okay? And again, I cover that in my masterclass and my courses coming out. But the long story short is you can get paid from YouTube directly, or you can get brand deals. Those are like the 2 major ones that we can talk about really quick. To get paid from YouTube directly, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have at least 4,000 watch hours in a year, I believe. So that's not, it sounds like a lot, but it's not. If you're consistently showing up, you're making content for that specific viewer, and your content is good, people are going to watch and they're going to send it to people, and you're going to spread like wildfire. Okay. So getting your 1,000 subscribers, you should be able to do that in the first, I would say 6 weeks to, I would say 3 months of starting at YouTube. Like within 90 days, you should be monetized on your YouTube channel. I've seen people that I've helped do it way sooner. Like some people do it like in a month. Okay. So it just depends on you and how you show up for yourself. It depends on your number 1 as far as your why, because you're not going to get up to do this or do it to a level to where you can scale fast to get money with YouTube unless you really want it. So again, that's why your why is important. Every YouTuber gets paid a different amount depending on their views. It's called a CPM. Depending on how many people watch your video per 1,000 views is how much YouTube pays you for the ad revenues, because you'll see ads on your videos. It's a big thing with it. No one can really figure out that algorithm, but there are some things you can kind of see and gauge to see how well your video is doing after you put it out there. But the first way of getting paid on YouTube is getting a check directly from your AdSense, YouTube, and ads, okay? So your ad revenue. The second way of getting paid is through brand sponsorships. Now, the people that I've helped without them even being qualified yet from YouTube, they still were able to secure brand deals. And the reason for that is because of the quality of their content and the relationships that they had with their community. My community is the Diva Dolls. It's everyone that I talk to on my Instagram, my YouTube, and my fitness channel. Like, I talk to everyone that talk to me. I try to stay up to date, connected, because it's important to me. And whenever I put stuff out there, you guys watch it, you guys share it, and I love you for it. But it's important to be close to your community. So when you're close to your community and you know who you're making videos for, when you got that, you can position yourself as a valuable partner to brands. Like, shout out to Italo jewelry. Like, you get these deals because your person viewing more than likely are going to like what you show them because you know them, and they trust you because you're their friend in their head. Like, I'm y'all's friend. Y'all my friend in my head. So it's how you get brand deals. Dolls. So that is it. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Share this video with at least 2 homegirls who also want to start the YouTube channel. Again, I am going to be updating the website as well as my email list. So get the freebie checklist so that if you are making YouTube videos, you can also see what steps you need to be doing for each video. I give that out to you in a free checklist. You just got to sign up for the email. And of course, I will be sending out a whole lot of options for Black Friday as far as a sale on my masterclass, which gives you basically the whole rundown as far as what you need to do to be successful on YouTube. But yeah, make sure you sign up for that. You dolls, I just want y'all to know this. You can become profitable doing anything you can possibly think of, okay? Like, it again is my personal goal for next year to help at least 100 women become profitable in their YouTube channels. And I want to say, like, within, I don't know, I would say at least in 60 days, like 60 to 90 days, like, you can become a YouTuber, an influencer, and make a little coin, which can also be a big coin. Okay, dolls, so that's it. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, which is ChrissieTheDoll_official, as well as TikTok, which is Chrissy the Doll. You can find me at Crystal Chanel on Twitter, and I hope you dolls stay fabulous and stay fierce.